All right, all right. Welcome to another episode of How to Draw Doodie Live. Welcome, everybody. Before we start, we always got to pay that opening promo. Yeah, if in case you're wondering who Doodie is, let's go.
We have just a few reasons why you should pick up a copy of This Nail in My Toilet, book number 3, I Chihuahua, today. Join all of the others and pick up a copy today.
There's an alien in my toilet currently on Kickstarter right now. So we are 82% and from being funded, and we are 5 backers away from unlocking the next backer goal. And the backer goal, basically everybody will get a digital print, a PDF download of Doodie writing this fantastic beast. So head over to Kickstarter. I'd love for you to get a copy. It's fun for all ages. It's a great series, a lot of great reviews. If you can see, it's been featured in the news, and everyone who's read it has fallen in love with Doodie, and I would love for you to get your copy. And don't be a Grinch. Get yourself a copy of This Nail in My Toilet today. This is the 3rd installment in a series, and let's go back to this screen here. Hello, I'm Samuel, and this is my drawing channel, also my podcast channel for Catch the Craze Podcast. So this channel is filled with interviews. My dogs. Sorry about that. It's filled with interviews of other creators like myself who are also working their way in the industry, trying to make a name for themselves and get their products out there. And as well as my drawing channel here on Catch the Craze, which is How to Draw Doodie. And Doodie's my main character. I created Doodie in 2005. I left comics for over 10 years and I'm back. And I came back a couple of years ago, and I decided to come back and bring Doodie back to the forefront. So this is issue 3, I Chihuahua. And basically, in the first 2 issues, Doodie left Uranus. He crash lands on Earth. He's in the woods. He's surviving Earth's wildlife. And this issue, he finally gets into a house where there's humans involved. So now there's human contact. And there's a Chihuahua named Herman who thinks Doodie's a talking jalapeno. And there's a rivalry that goes on. And Doodie has some choice words for Herman the Chihuahua because he's never seen a Chihuahua before. So first experiences for both. It's funny. It's slapstick humor. If you like, let's say Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes. If you like Looney Tunes, Marvin the Martian, Alf, Invader Zim, The Loud House, you'll enjoy this. And it's fun for everybody. And there's also a second book. It's called Doodie's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. So this is the first book that I've done in over a decade on my own. No assistance from anybody, no letterers, no colorers, no additional cover artists. I did everything myself. And basically it tells the story of Doodie on another adventure that's outside of his current adventure on Earth. So hope you pick this up. And then for you guardians, parents, moms, dads, there's Doodie's Adventures for the 4-year-olds. So this is perfect to read to the 4-year-old. And what's great about this is that we want to start off our kids, on the right foot with education and imagination. And this book has every page turn has questions with multiple choice answers that are fun, that'll make you giggle. And it helps you test your kids' knowledge and see that they're paying attention to the story, that they're enjoying the story. So they feel like they're part of the story. What's even better is that the last 6 pages of this story is for the kid to write inside the book, so they can write their own ending and draw their own characters on the last 6 pages of the book. So it's very interactive. It's fun for all ages. So with that said, I'm going to draw Doodie as a sneaky Santa today. So before we do that, I'm going to head over and play the opening promo, and we're going to get this going. So let's get the promo going and start the show.
Hi, I'm Vera. Wait, hold on. I'm Vera. Well, we're both Veras. Anyway, welcome to Drawing Doodie, where I take my favorite character, Doodie Uranius, from There's an Alien in My Toilet, and I put him in all sorts of costumes, from your most iconic characters to just a pirate, or even Thundercats, or a bandit. Well, every day I take Doodie and I have fun, and I'm glad that you're here to have fun with me. If you have time, please check out doodiesworld.com, and if you like this episode and every episode before it, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much, and let's start drawing.
All right, we're going to start drawing. We get the music going. And get the music going. It's playing. Let's get the banner going. Oh. Let's hold on one second. Let me edit this. All right. Okay, so yesterday you saw me draw this. It was recommendation from Joe D. McPhee from the desk of the Small Plush Publisher, and he wanted Ichabod Crane, so that's why I decided to do this. This before that was Doodie spoof on the Grinch. You know, there's this winter theme going on here. This was Samurai Doodie. This was Sheriff Doodie. Here was another Sheriff Doodie, and then Doodie on Herman. Doodie as Frankenstein, so Franken Doodie. Doodie as the Grim Reaper. Doodie as a Viking. And Doodie in Cheeks. And Doodie and Gorf. So you see that there's just so many versions of Doodie out there. What is this? I gotta get rid of this. Don't need to save that. Do not save. Okay. And now file new. All right. So we had a question yesterday on the live stream, and I forgot who it was, but the question was what settings do you use to create your comic book? So when you go to file new, there's a preset here, and it's custom, right? So you have an opportunity to adjust your presets here. Sticker, postcard. What's this? Postcard. I usually leave it as custom. And I usually have it as inches. So here I have 12 by 12 because that's the reason why I do 12 by 12, because I'm working on an art book, and all these images that you see me drawing, they're going to eventually go into an art book. And so, you know, the paper color, you can have the paper color, or you can have no paper color at all. You can have transparent. You can create your own template. And then your DPI is right here. So you can adjust your DPI, your dots per inch, which is your resolution. And here you adjust your size. So, and then here it'll tell you exactly, there's also custom sizes here, but I do 12 by 12. So this is, and I always keep this on inches and not pixels. So if you want to create your own comic book, usually it's 6.625 by 10.25. But if I'm drawing initially, I do 11 by 17 on this Cintiq. And then when I'm done, I'll flatten a separate file. So I'll create a TIFF file, I'll flatten it, and I will adjust the dimensions to comic book size, which is 6.625 by 10.25. So everything is there. Again, when you just go to File, New, boom, your settings are right here. And if you see here, you go create a comic book, you got settings here as well. So you got illustration, webtoon, comic, printing, all that stuff. I usually do custom because I adjust my stuff myself. And I'm actually going to give this one a name. So it's going to be Doodie Sneaky Santa. Okay. And there it is. So So I hope that answers your questions, and everybody else who has any other questions, I'll answer it on my next live streams, unless you're joining while I'm drawing. So here's the pencil. I want Doodie as a sneaky Santa, so I'm gonna have his head slightly tilted because you gotta be sneaky. I think that's what it is. From Forgotten Realms. I think it was Forgotten Realms. I'm hoping that's what it. But if I'm sorry, I didn't break down who it was. So, and then I want his shoulder here, right? And then I want his hands here. So I'm going to put a box here where I'm going to have his hands, right? And so because now that I know where the hands are going to be, I can actually put the arms in position, right? And then, so, because his neck would typically be in there, right? And so this is where the chest would be here, but so the belly's going to be here, right? Because I want, so there is right there, you can tell that something's up. There's a sneaky position where Doodie's in right now. And the hard part about doing this is getting to the the audience that you want, which is why I'm so excited about next weekend. I will be at the Dallas Fan Festival, which is run by Fan Expo. I'm so looking forward to that, and I'm going to put so I'm going to put this like this. He's a little you can tell that he's a little sneaky moniki. Doodie is acting sneaky. So what's he doing? So that's the shape I'm looking for. So basically I just wanted this look right here, almost like a question mark, right? You think of a question mark. Oh, no problem, brother. Anytime. Anytime. I always I like to, when I'm doing full page comic pages, I always start off with 11 by 17. Number one, because I want a higher resolution when it's that big. Actually, I want this to be a little more inwards. I think that eye needs to be further back. No, I can just do this. There you go. Get that sneak. Yeah. He's got that little sneaky face going on right there. Right, it's got the Santa hat going. I want this got to be a little bigger, so I'm gonna have this here because you got that Santa fur, and then here I'll make this. Yeah, make that a little bigger here, so it's like a little oversized for him. So I'm looking forward to this next weekend. I mean, and congratulations everybody who's in New York Comic Con. I don't see myself doing New York Comic Con anytime in the near future. I'd rather go to San Diego than New York Comic Con, and not because I don't like the event. It's just I spent my whole life in New York, and I did New York Comic Con I think for 4 years in a row, and I think I had my fill. I want to do other shows, I want to do a lot more smaller shows. The big shows, if I'm going to do a big show, it'll be something like San Diego, number one, because Doodie always does well at San Diego. So I have a track record there. So that's the only reason why I do it, because it is expensive. So for me, I'm going to, like, next year, I'm doing a lot of local Texas shows. And Texas has a lot of comic conventions, which is dope. I got a lot of small ones, a lot of big ones. Next week, I'll be at the Fan Festival, which is at the Convention Center downtown Dallas. And then the following week, I'll be in Fort Worth, Texas at the Cowtown Comic Con. So I'm looking forward to that one, because I have a booth and I have an 8-foot table. So I'm able to display everything, my paintings, my original art. I can't do that at the Fan Expo because I only have a 6-foot table, and you don't really have enough backspace at those events, so I think I'm going to I'm working on some sketch covers for Doodie's Monsters for the events coming up. I do well. The sketch covers do well at the fan expos. It's harder at least for me, my experience, sketch covers on Kickstarter. Always been harder to move my sketch covers on Kickstarter. So this here, I think I'm gonna put it over this shoulder. No, I'm gonna have, maybe I'll have the bag. Do I want the bag? The hand's gonna be this way. So tonight I'm gonna be on Dustin Brunel's podcast at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Central Time, which is like 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll put this like this, yeah. And I'm gonna have like this big old bag. He stole Santa's sack. I'm gonna have that big sack right there. I think what I'm going to do is do like some sort of, like Doodie did some sort of mechanism. Maybe you see like some sort of strapola, right? Let's put this here, put it there. All right, so I just got an alert that, so I did something that's a little taboo for creators. I actually printed all the books on my Kickstarter ahead of time because I was successful on the first 2 issues. I just like, all right, I'm going to be able to get funded, so let me get the books ahead of time. And taking a little longer. We're still not funded. We're about I forgot where we are as far as funding. I think like $225 away from being funded. We got 12 and a half days left to go. So that's I think I'm gonna do this like this. This is gonna be like, I want this. It's gonna be a strap here. Boom, right? And then he has one here, right? And then it goes up that way. But I just got an alert from Greco Printing saying that it's on its way. And I ordered it weeks ago, so finally it's on its way. So I'm excited about that. There it is. He's got this sack going. Well, maybe I'll just put it like this instead of. He's got. Oh, I did it over the shoulder. I could do it. Yeah, over the shoulder is better because. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. All right, so he's got that sneaky look. I'm not sure what background I'm going to do with this one yet. I haven't gotten that far yet mentally. I just know I wanted a sneaky Santa for Doodie. So we're just going to go and rock out and see what happens. So I got this Santa thing here. Always got to remember to close my stuff, close my lines. And then he's got this, this is going over the shoulder too. So I want this to go like that. And I want the shoulder there. So, all right, cool. There's that Santa thing. Boom. Look a little fuzzy. All right, let's scroll down. Yeah, so and on the job front, I finally got 2 interviews lined up, which is great. After being rejected 1,000 times. So finally, hopefully they go well. So let's get this strap right, and that strap there. Let's do that. Okay. Let's boom, get that thumb there. So one of the things this is the best part of my day, is this, because basically what I do with these drawings is I'm really just, it's almost like when you go to exercise to warm up. This is me warming up for my work for the day. And so I have fun with all these, images that I'm like, or scenes that I put Doodie in. So when I start drawing the actual pages, I'm a little loose, my mind is working, it's ready, I see things a little clearer. And my whole goal is just to get faster and faster, because I want to produce. I like to produce 2 trades a year, but in order to do that, I have to work on my speed and the quality, because I do all the work. So for that to happen, I need these exercises, because it's what helps me and because these are just like images that I'll probably go into my art book, there's no rhyme or reason. It's either I get suggestions from people who watch the show, or I just think of what do I want to put Doodie in next, and a lot of times it has nothing to do with the book, but just like that. Boom. Okay, well, Doodie's a thief in the night. This. Just want to make sure I got everything here. All right. it is. So as soon as those books arrive, I start bagging and boarding all of them. And the great thing is that because I printed everything in advance, as soon as the campaign ends and the funds clear, I start shipping. You know, and everything you get from me is bagged and boarded. It's protected. You know, and my goal is always to get everything on time or earlier. You know, because I was just reading on Twitter. There's a bunch of creators that supported a campaign and they were upset. Or a bunch of people that supported a campaign and they were very upset because the books were not bagged and boarded. They were put in a folder. And the books were damaged. So people were really upset about that. And I would too. I'd be upset too. So I make sure I don't do that, you know. I invest in the bubble, even when I'm putting it, like I bag and board it. I wrap it with bubble wrap, and then I put it in the box. So you're getting multiple ways of protecting it, so that way, you know, because a lot of people like to collect things, and I do too. And it sucks when you're putting faith in someone you don't know, and you're trying to give them, you know, support their product, and then when they don't show that same level of respect to your product, it puts a bad name for us as a whole as independent creators, because if people start talking and then they lump us all into the same category, and it's horrible. We're not all the same, you know, but there's that stigma you gotta fight as an independent creator. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second so I can see this. All right, that's I like that. All right, let's create the folder, create a layer, make this the source. Let's start dropping colors. I need Doodie. That's too much of a glow there. I want that. All right, there it is. Always want to make sure his colors are consistent. Oh, you know what I just did? See, because the pencil layer is still showing, I have to drop that out there. There you go. Now it's clean drops. All right, so now I put the Santa suit on a separate layer. Make sure I got everything. Yep. And then this is going to be like a Did I do that? No, it was this one, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I forgot his teeth. All right, so we're back to the Santa suit. Let's get gray for the buckle. And then black for the boots. Or like, I'll do a dark gray. There it is. And then black for the bottom. And then I'm going to do the bag on a separate layer. So I'm going to do this brown straps and those gold. All right, and then the bag, like a dark red. Boom. So I want to zoom in and make sure that I don't have any white dots like that. So let's go after the white dots first, because sometimes it doesn't get those things, and I hate. Last thing I want to see is white dots when I print this stuff out. And then besides that, I want to get some of this done. Get these. Oops, nope. I want it there. I want it here. There it is. All right. Let's go to the red. All right, let's go back to you. Let's go back to the eraser. It's just a little cleanup stuff because sometimes my brush overextends. Let's go back to the black. All right, we're good. So let me drop some colors. We'll start with Doodie. So I usually put it on 39. When I do the color tones on the layer above the layer, I'll hit multiply and I'll put it at 39 as far as my threshold. So I'll have see if I change the threshold right here. If I could say, let's say if I kept it at 100, you see how dark that is? I don't want it that dark, so I usually put it at 39. 39 to 40, whichever works for you. After this, gotta run some errands. I see some. There you go. Get that in there. All right, cool. All right, let's go to the. Let's go to red. Let's maybe just do the whole thing. Let's get that. If you're on Twitch or Facebook and you're enjoying my work, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It's my way of knowing that someone out there is enjoying what I'm doing, and I appreciate your support. Yeah, it's funny. I was watching it's like a docu-series on Ghostbusters, the animation, and what led to its demise. And it's fascinating when I think the lesson that I learned is that whenever you change the DNA of a product, they did it with He-Man, they screwed that up. They did it with a lot of the brands where somebody in the office says, we need to do this, so we need to do that. And instead of just riding the wave and continue to give the market what it's asking for, the market is telling you this is what's working. And then somebody goes up with a bright idea and says, we can make a whole lot more money if we did it this way. Zoom out for a second. Boom, boom, boom. All right, he's coming along. Sneaky Doodie. Oh, I see a white spot. I see a white spot. White spot alert. White spot alert. There it is. Gone. Gone with yourself. All right. So I don't know. Before I do any highlights, I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do. Well, let's see. Let's do the highlights anyway. Forget it. Forget about it. Lighten. Zoom in. Give me a smaller one. There you go. what I didn't do. First of all, I see a spot. Get that in there. What I didn't do is the teeth. Get that in there. Okay. I didn't even do that. I just realized I didn't do that. Let's zoom out. Okay. So there we got. Let's put you in a folder. Okay, so now we're going to get some snow on the ground. Hide you for a second. Drop this. Boom. All right. Go there. Just got that. Now wonder. Maybe if I take him and move him over. Boom. And just do a tree. I mean, he's sneaky. What mood do I want? Hold on, let me sip my coffee. Yeah, I guess I could continue the theme. Let me do a different shade of blue for the sky. Let me hide these guys. Okay, boom. Oh, look at that! How it makes them pop a little bit. So Let's get. Do I need a moon or do I need a tree? Maybe I do a tree. Let's get a tree in there. Let's get a brown tree stump. Get a nice thick brush. This would be like right. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So maybe I need a smaller brush. This. There it is. Okay. So there's the tree trunk that we're going to use, but then we're going to get some green. All right, and we're going to and I'm choose it a little darker and maybe thin out the brush a little bit for, get some texture, some depth in there between the two. Right, and then it should be wider towards here, right? A little more oomph towards here, right? Because it is a tree. Maybe get a thicker brush. Yeah, here's a thicker brush. But I don't like that color green. I want like this color green. Okay, so you got a few different variations in there. So of green. Let's multiply. Let's get that spray can. Let's zoom into that tree. Get some texture and depth to these branches. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. There you go. You know, it's funny, when I used to watch Bob Ross when I was a kid, I was like, how does he make those strokes look like trees and mountains, and it's just paint strokes? And I never understood it. And I used to spend so much time illustrating these trees and all the nooks and crannies, and I was like, how does he do it? You know, and once I started using the tablet, I got it. You know, I got it quickly. I didn't have to go crazy. I mean, if you look at it, it's really just a bunch of strokes heading in similar directions with a similar curve pattern, but it gives you the look that you're looking for, right? What just happened here? Oh. know, yes, if you're looking for perfection, you'll be there forever. Forever. You know, it's interesting with the, I put it all on the same layer like a knucklehead. I usually put the tree branch on a separate layer. I somehow missed that. So now I have to go in here and get that tree, the branch shaded in. Sam, pay attention. All right, boom. All right, let's zoom out for a second. I want to see what I got here. All right, so we got some of that. You know, it's a tree that's on a diet. You know, let's get some highlights. Let's get a little bit of. Let's go back in. That's too much of a light spot sort. I want it maybe a little bit. There you go. Change the brush size. Okay, that's we're going to the country, we're going to the fair. Let's get this. Add a little Christmas spirit to these. All right, get some red. Maybe a different color size here. Get some blue. Blue. Some yellow. Okay, So let's multiply. All right, you got that. Okay, we still got to always have a moon in the background, so I'm going to put a moon. Maybe a white, like a lighter color moon. How big do I want that bad boy? Want it big? There? Nah, I don't want it there. There. There's the moon. Behind the moon, I want to glow. And filter that glow. Make it a blur. That's good. Boom. Nice blur. Right? And then let's see. Oh, let me file save because file save. It's there with the rest of you guys. Boom, so got that. So now what I need is first I want this, and then that, and then the spray can. Right, and then on the outside I want right, something like that. Boom. Now with the ground, what's going on here? With the ground, I need Okay, so I forgot. We're going to do right. So you got that, you got that, you got that. Let's get some blue haze on Doodie. Let's start with you. That's not working, so maybe instead of overlay, nope. Ah, there it is. So let's almost lighten. Just do the edges. Boom. Then what I'm going to do is overlay with this. Boom. And then with Doodie, hey, what's up, D? D in the house. And I think this one. Oh, I don't want that. I want this one. There it is. Cool. Okay. All right, so I got that. Man, this is the longest. But thank you. Yeah, it's characteristic with Doodie. But yeah, it's we're getting there. It's a slow crawl. It's the Rocky. We're in the Rocky fight. So I got that. And now with the trees, I'm going to do what I was planning on doing. Gonna get some snow on the branches. I don't think I. And then with this, we're going to go right, and then go here, boom. Then we're going to do it's going to make it a little cold. He's like, ooh, it's cold. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. But the crowd is so delightful. And if you haven't any place to go. No, I'm using Clip Studio Paint. I gave up on Photoshop when they started playing with the subscriptions and the prices and all that other stuff. I was like, all right, I'm done with you guys. I'm moving on. All right, so this is Sneaky Doodie. He's he's got the Kickstarters in the bag. He just needs you to pledge. So do you want any Kickstarters? You gotta pledge today. So this is Sneaky Doodie. I had fun drawing this today. And if you enjoyed this, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, I would appreciate if you go out and check out my book on Kickstarter. There's Nail in My Toilet. We got 13 days left, and we are 82% there to be funded. And with that said, thanks, Dan, for joining today. Thanks, Forgotten Realm, for joining. And again, if anybody has any questions with regarding to settings and all that stuff, just let me know. On my next live stream, I will go and walk through it in the beginning of the episode. So with that said, I'm going to turn off the music, hit that exit, and thank you all again. And join me today at 6 p.m. Central Time. I will be on Dustin Brunel's podcast. So talk to you guys soon. And where's my outro? Peace.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that like button. Share it with a friend. And pick up a copy of There's Nail in My Toilet on doodiesworld.com. See you next time. Have a great day.